When you're ready to buy a home, it is very important that you have the right representation for yourself to make sure that you get the best deal. You have somebody negotiating on your behalf and really looking out for your best interest from start to finish. So let's talk about that. My name is Amber Ortega, and I am a licensed associate broker in the Albuquerque area. I hear so many buyers say, I'm just going to go to the listing agent because the listing agent knows about the house and I'm going to get a better deal because I'm going directly to them. Just so you know, they work for the seller. They're looking out for the seller's best interest. Can a broker do both sides? Absolutely. Have I done it in the past? Yes. But under normal circumstances, it is best to have different representation for each side. That way there's no conflict of interest. Makes it much cleaner, much nicer. So don't just specifically go to the listing agent because you think you're going to get a better deal. Their commission was already negotiated. You're not getting any cut of that. You're not getting a better deal. They're looking out for the seller. So just know that. So when you go in and you start talking to realtors and deciding who you want to be your buyer's broker, you can interview multiple people. And I suggest absolutely meet with different people, see their processes, see what you like, see their personality. But let's talk about some questions that you should be asking and why, so that you can really make sure that you're making the best decision for your home purchase. First off, ask them, what are their fees? Because there are some brokers that will charge an additional fee on top of commission. They may charge a transaction fee or things like that. And that can be several $100s. What you're doing in that normally is paying for their transaction coordinator. So you want to know if you're going to go to the closing table and find out you're paying $500 for someone to do that broker's paperwork. It's something that I don't do myself. I would never pass on that fee to any of my clients. So be sure to ask, what fees will you be paying when you use that broker? Whoever you meet with should talk about having you sign a buyer broker agreement. This agreement means you're going to work with them. They're going to work with you. It's going to go over what they're going to do for you, what you're going to do for them, and how you're going to work together to get the home. It also is going to discuss commission and that. So be sure that when anything that you're signing, saying that you're going to work with them, that you know ahead of time what those fees are going to be. How long is the contract going to be? If you're in the middle of this contract and you are miserable and you want out, you picked the wrong broker. All of a sudden now they're never available to show houses because they've got another job or because they are busy coaching their kids' soccer team. Whatever it is, be sure to find out how long is the contract and is there an out on the contract if you guys are just not seeing eye to eye. I always say I don't want to work with anybody that doesn't want to work with me. So I make that very, very flexible for my clients. I want them to work with me. And if we're under contract, absolutely. Don't cheat on me and go behind my back. But let's talk about it and see. And if we can't come to a resolution, let's walk away and both be happy. Ask the broker how long they've been in the business. If they're brand new, it's not a horrible thing, but you want to make sure that you have somebody that has enough experience to be able to negotiate, to be able to write your offer, all of the things. Experience does make a difference. Just make sure that you've got somebody that has the time, that has knowledge. And if they don't have the experience, that they have people surrounding them that are going to be able to help them to make sure that they get you to the closing table or they get your offer accepted. You know, we all start somewhere, but just be wary of that. If you have somebody that has never closed a transaction before, make sure that they have support, that they're on a team or they have a qualifying broker that's going to be there and helping them and supporting them through the transaction, because that can make all the difference. Be sure to go and look at their online reviews. So go to Google, go to Zillow, go to realtor.com, wherever you need to go, search everything and see what reviews do they have? What are people saying? How far back do they go? And just make sure that you're getting somebody that is highly recommended. You can even ask them for some recommendations or ask them what areas that they specialize in. Do they normally specialize in Los Lunas, but now you're looking at houses in Rio Rancho? That's a different world. Are they going to be able to do that? Find out all of those things. but definitely go online, look at the reviews, see what you can find. On Zillow, I believe there's even a map of the houses that broker has closed and where they're located, so you can see if they have a good knowledge base of that area. Ask the broker if they require a pre-approval from a lender before you start looking at houses. I will tell you, so many people want to start looking at houses before they're approved, but if you have a broker that is going to do this, they are setting you up for failure. You need to know what you're qualified for, that you are qualified, because sometimes weird things come up on your credit report. I don't want to show you a house that you fall in love with, and for whatever reason, we can't get the qualification done in time. We have been in a market where homes are selling so fast that you have got to be approved so that you can get that offer in like that. So if they're going to start showing you houses and they don't require a pre-approval, that's an issue. And you really should think about that, because they could be setting you up for failure to start showing you the houses and you don't even know if you can buy them. Ask them what has been their hardest transaction, what has been their biggest hurdle that they've had to get over. So that way, you know, if there is something crazy that has happened in a transaction and they were able to overcome it, that's a good thing. If they say, oh, all my deals have been perfect, everything, there hasn't been anything, everything is so smooth, they are lying. There is nothing simple. Let me tell you, it is a very stressful industry, and that's why we have a very high turnover and attrition in this industry, because it is stressful and every single transaction is different from the last. We learn something new every single day. So ask them how they've overcome something. What has been the craziest thing that's happened? Just so that you can get a feel for it. Because I don't know any broker that has never had any type of hurdle in real estate. Everything from walking in for a final walkthrough right before closing and the washer and dryer were gone. How did they handle that? What did they do for their client? If you are the buyer and you walk in and the refrigerator is gone, what are they going to do for you? If you walk in for your final walkthrough and the house is flooded, what are they going to do to resolve that? There are so many different things. So please think about it, ask them that and find out, because I have experience in all of those things. And I am happy to tell somebody, this is what I did for these clients to make sure that they were getting into a good house, or they were getting everything in the house that they were supposed to. All the way down to having a seller's broker write a check for a washer and dryer that were removed. Very, very important just to see what experience they have, because again, you never know what's going to come up. Ask them how they're going to be able to communicate with you. If you hate talking on the phone and they refuse to do anything but talk on the phone, they may not be the right person for you. If they refuse to talk on the phone and only want to text and you hate texting, or they only want to email, or they say, I'm only available between, 9 and 5, is that going to work for you? Make sure and just find out how it is and what hours that they work, because that does make a huge difference. Do they have something with their kids where every day they're going to be gone in the afternoon because they're coaching a yaffle team or something? Find those things out ahead of time to know if it's going to work with your schedule as well, because homes go on the market and come off so quickly that you want to be sure that your broker is available to show you a house on your schedule so that you don't miss out on something, because it really sucks when you miss out on a house that you really, really love. So I hope that gave you some things to think about. Please, before you choose a broker, interview them, make sure that they're a good fit for you. Make sure that you're getting somebody with experience that's going to work really hard for you. You don't just have to pick your cousin because they're your cousin. You don't just have to pick your friend because they just got licensed, or you have a family friend that's getting ready to retire that's been in real estate for a long time. Are they really in it anymore? Some of them aren't, and some of them don't look out for your best interest. So think about that. Interview, make sure that you are making a good decision for yourself, for this huge purchase and next step in your life. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment and I will get back with you, or use a link in my bio to sign up for a call, and I'm happy to touch base with you and answer any and all questions that you have. Don't forget to subscribe for more information on buying and selling homes in the Albuquerque area.